Here are the 14 most anticipated 2025 K-drama releases, with powerhouse leads like Kim Woo-bin, Lee Jun-ho, and Kim Seon-ho. These next year's series are set to be must-watch gems you don't want to miss. For a quirky and refreshing spin on the superhero genre, Cash Hero is one to watch. This unique story follows an ordinary man with an extraordinary twist. His superpowers are tied to the cash he has on hand. Played by the award-winning Lee Jun-ho, our protagonist discovers he gains incredible strength whenever he has money, but using his powers drains his cash reserves. Despite constantly struggling to keep enough cash to fuel his abilities, he dedicates himself to helping ordinary people with their everyday problems. Along the way, he encounters others with unique superpowers, and together they form a team to take on villains bent on plunging the world into chaos, all while trying to hold on to their normal lives. Set to release this 2025, Cash Hero promises a fresh take on heroism that's equal parts fun and inspiring. Up next is Trigger, an action thriller K-drama that takes us into a once gun-free South Korea, turned upside down by the sudden influx of illegal firearms from unknown sources. The story unfolds through the perspectives of two men caught in the chaos. Kim Nam-gil plays a determined detective with a military sniper background, aiming to stop gun violence and trace illegal arms. Opposite him is Kim Yong-kwang, a key figure in the underground arms trade, whose every move is calculated. The drama explores their conflicting ideologies. One believes in using guns for protection, while the other insists no one should use them. Don't miss its premiere. Next, take a bittersweet journey of healing, young love, and big dreams with Mellow Movie, an upcoming 2025 K-drama that's set to capture hearts. This romantic story follows two young adults navigating their ambitions in the film industry. One, an aspiring film director, works behind the scenes, quietly perfecting her craft while grappling with a complicated relationship with movies, linked to bittersweet memories of her father. Meanwhile, a passionate film critic, once a supporting actor, dreams of watching every movie ever made. When their paths cross, a love story begins to unfold as they chase their dreams in the film industry. Starring A-list talents Choi Woo-sik and Park Bo-young, Mellow Movie promises a romance so touching it could be a masterpiece of its own. Up next is When Life Gives You Tangerine, a heartfelt drama set in 1950s Jeju that captures the passion and longing of two young dreamers. IU stars as a spirited and rebellious young woman determined to defy her predetermined fate. Despite financial struggles keeping her from formal education, she dreams of becoming a poet and refuses to give up. Beside her is Park Bo-gum, as a diligent and kind-hearted young man who has loved her unconditionally from the start. His unwavering devotion drives him to face any challenge just to stay by her side. This nostalgic story of resilience, love, and dreams promises to transport you to another era. Don't miss its premiere, expected in the first half of 2025. Next up is Two Women, a heartfelt story of friendship, rivalry, and the enduring connection between two women whose lives remain intricately intertwined. One, played by Kim Go-eun, a charming and honest drama writer, shares a deep yet complicated bond with her best friend and lifelong rival, Chon Sang-young, now a successful movie producer. Throughout their teens, 20s, and 30s, they drift apart and reconnect at different points in life. Now at 42, their paths cross again. The drama beautifully weaves their shared history, the separate journeys that shape them, and the impact they've had on each other through the years. Set to release this 2025. Next up is the much-anticipated reunion of K-drama favorites Kim Woo-bin and Bae Suji, who tugged at our heartstrings in Uncontrollably Fond. This time, they're teaming up again for All the Love You Wish For, a magical love story between a genie and his new master. Kim Woo-bin takes on the role of a genie, awakening after 1,000 years. Opposite him, Bae Suji plays his impassive and cold new master. Their love story unfolds as they navigate conflicts over her 3 wishes, leading to a mix of enchanting mishaps and touching moments. Set to release in 2025, This K-drama promises a heartwarming romance sprinkled with magic. Don't miss out on a love story that's sure to be worth all 3 wishes. Mercy for None is a gritty crime drama that takes you inside the gang world through Ki-jun, the toughest fighter around. After winning a big battle that ends a long power struggle between gangs in Seoul, he decides to leave the business when his brother rises through the ranks of the rival gang. But peace doesn't last long. 15 years later, right before his retirement, his brother is suddenly ambushed and killed in cold blood. Filled with rage, Ki-jun sets out on a one-man mission to hunt down everyone involved in his brother's death. With So Ji-sup leading the way, this one's packed with action, suspense, and a whole lot of tension. It's sure to keep you on the edge of your seat, just like a real gang showdown. While it's a bummer that Resident Playbook, the highly anticipated spin-off of Hospital Playlist, had its release pushed back last 2024, the good news is that 2025 is shaping up to be an exciting year with its premiere. This medical K-drama dives into realistic, often messy lives of doctors and residents at a university hospital, capturing the ups and downs of their careers and friendships. At the center of it all is Go Yeon-jung, who will surely steal the show. If you loved the heartwarming dynamics and relatable hospital life in Hospital Playlist, you'll definitely want to mark your calendars for Resident Playbook's release in 2025. Next up is Emma, a K-drama that takes us back to 1980s Seoul with a fictional, comedic twist on the making of South Korea's most talked about sensual film, Madame Emma. The story follows a fiery-tempered, famous actress who gets removed from the lead role, leaving the producer scrambling to find a replacement. He decides to hold a competition, eventually casting a young, ambitious dancer with big dreams. Meanwhile, a rookie director faces a whirlwind of challenges as he tries to make his debut with this film, blending the struggles of actresses, producers, and directors with humor and a nostalgic glimpse into the industry of that era. Emma promises to be a fun and heartwarming trip down memory lane. Step back in time with Hongrang, a historical drama set in the late Joseon dynasty that tells the story of a family who rises to wealth through the art trade. The story unfolds when the son and successor, who vanished during childhood, suddenly reappears as a 20-year-old man with no memory of his past. Meanwhile, his half-sister, who never gave up on finding him all these years, grows suspicious, convinced he may not be her real brother. As she delves deeper into the truth behind his disappearance, buried secrets come to light, setting the stage for a whirlwind of emotions, intrigue, and romance. With Lee Jae-wook and Cho Bo-ah leading the cast, this is definitely a must-watch for 2025. The Trauma Code is a medical K-drama that follows the journey of a brilliant trauma surgeon who's seen it all in conflict zones around the world. Confident in his skills and unrelenting in his convictions, he's not afraid to bulldoze his way through obstacles if he believes he's doing the right thing. Now working at a university hospital, he takes charge of the severe trauma team, a unit that's both a lifesaver and a financial strain on the hospital. Determined to make a real difference, he transforms the once symbolic team into a field-ready group that actively goes out to save lives. This drama is set to be released in 2025. Now, with the Korean drama the whole world has been waiting for, Squid Game Season 2. While it's dropping only a few days before 2025, it's too big to leave off this list. Get ready for another intense dive into the deadly, high-stakes world of this mysterious game. Set 3 years after Gi-hoon's shocking victory, the new season picks up as he turns his back on a chance for a fresh start in the United States, choosing instead to re-enter the game. But this time, it's personal. Gi-hoon is driven by a fierce resolve to take down the masterminds behind this sinister operation, vowing to end their exploitation of desperate, cash-strapped individuals. With a fresh lineup of Korean drama actors joining the cast, jaw-dropping plot twists, and a promise to elevate the suspense and excitement, this highly anticipated sequel is already a must-watch. Mark your calendars. Squid Game Season 2 drops on December 26th, and it's bound to top everyone's year-end binge list. The Price of Confession is a mystery thriller that dives into the life of an art teacher whose peaceful existence is turned upside down when her husband mysteriously dies, and she's accused of the crime. While in prison, she meets a mysterious woman, labeled a witch by other inmates for her unsettling ability to see through people and know their thoughts and feelings. She approaches her and strikes a dangerous deal. Meanwhile, a determined prosecutor digs into the woman's past, while a lawyer works tirelessly to prove the teacher's innocence. With a powerhouse cast featuring Chun Do-yeon, Kim Go-eun, Park Hae-soo, and Jin Sun-kyo, this K-drama is definitely one for any K-drama fan to check out. For all romantic comedy fans, Can This Love Be Translated is the perfect K-drama to add to your watch list in 2025. This charming drama centers on the unlikely romance between a multilingual interpreter with impressive language skills and a top global star, leading to plenty of misunderstandings and frustrations as their intentions get lost in translation. But as the story unfolds, these two are given the perfect opportunity for a heart-fluttering romance. No translation needed. With Kim Seon-ho alengside rising star Go Yeon-jung, this one promises to be a sweet and fun ride. Keep an eye out for its release in 2025. Jun-ho is back in Kashiro and fans can't wait to see him shine again. But where does he rank among the most talented actors in the K-drama industry? Watch this video to find out and see if your favorite actors made the cut.